Hi everyone, so today I'm kind of looking at how I'm getting inspiration. I'm trying to find inspiration in other things other than the work that I'm doing at the moment. So I found some of my old sketchbooks and it was very much addressed to myself in the future. So I kind of made them to give myself inspiration in the future. So it's like addressed to myself and yeah, it's just lots of tips for myself to try and regain inspiration. Obviously at this time I had so much inspiration I didn't know what to do with it. So yeah, so this first page is basically saying that I need to go back to basics, kind of just try something simple. So I'm going to try that in a bit. It's just kind of explaining that, you know, just if you're thinking too hard about everything and trying to make everything really amazing, it's not going to work. So basically, if I just sit someone down and photograph with natural light, then it'll give me something to work on. This next page is just some photos that I found inspiring using different lighting techniques. In the bottom one there's candles, and I just think this can give different atmosphere, different light, different effects. And then this one is very natural in what looks like a field. Just more inspiration that I obviously found inspiring at the time. Just some really natural portraits, something to start with. This one is basically saying use a natural frame, so and also the fact that you always get used to your surroundings. You know, when you go into a new place and you're like, oh, you can photograph everywhere here, there's so many places. But then if you live there for a long time, you kind of forget what you can photograph and what scenes there are and what awesome parts about your own house or flat that there are to photograph. So kind of take a step back from where you live and just kind of look around and think what would make an amazing photograph here. This page is basically when I was in sixth form. I did a project about strangers. Went around the streets and kind of just took photos of people that looked interesting and asked them if I could take their photos and kind of found out their story. I really liked that idea. And then at the top, this was the thing where I basically took some of my friends and took a photo of their face, took a photo of their middle with something that they enjoy or something that they're interested in, and then take a photo of their feet and then put it together as though it's like a picture of a person, and it looks really funny, but it's really, really interesting. So I could, this kind of saying I could try that again, just think about the strange project because it's something that really inspired me. And then this kind of to do with the strangers as well, you know, just talk to people, and when you talk to people you find out more about them, and then you can kind of photograph their soul instead of just photographing a person. You know, you photograph what they're interested in and what really means, what life means to them. I don't really understand the top bit of this. Make it so deliberate, no chickening. Not really sure what that means, but obviously it meant something at the time. I'll probably figure out in a little bit. And then, you know, if you're struggling to get stuff done, just see how much you can do in 5 minutes. So that's kind of the same with like life. If you're just trying to tidy up or something, just try and do as much as you can in 5 minutes, and then you've already done something. So maybe in photography, kind of like do a spider diagram for 5 minutes and see what you come up with. And then the next page, I was kind of so proud of myself that, because at school they sort of tell you where you need to stick things and what you need the like page to look like and everything in your sketchbook. And this, I was just kind of like, take a photo of somewhere you're not allowed to take a photo of, or an angle that you're not supposed to do it at, or ignore the rule of thirds or whatever, and then stick it in the book in the wrong place. It's upside down, this one is, but it just kind of add something new, kind of sort of regains your inspiration in a sort of very abstract way. This one is basically take your camera for a walk. So if you don't know what to photograph, just go for a walk with your camera, and a bit like taking a dog for a walk, and then just see what happens, really. Because if you're walking somewhere, you're finding new places, you're finding new photos. You know, if you're stuck in one place, it's hard to think of new photos, but if you're sort of walking around, you find new things and sort of you observe stuff a lot more than just going for a walk. This one, if you want to sound like you know the reason you took the photograph, quote Henri Cartier-Bresson, geometry, compassion, and the decisive moment. So basically, those three things were Henri Cartier-Bresson's like main things that he kind of shows in every picture. So if I'm trying to analyse one of my photographs, what I found works was just kind of looking for the geometry, looking for the compassion, looking for the decisive moment. This can really help when you are taking photos as well. And the decisive moment is sort of a moment that you've been waiting for, and everything comes together in one big spectacular moment, and that's the best time to photograph. So this one is kind of me saying just stop dreaming, you know, kind of have loads of ideas and stuff, but just I need to take the photos. So when I'm really inspired, I have loads of ideas, but sometimes I don't actually do them. But maybe if you just stop kind of thinking about it too much and just take a photograph, then at least you've done something, and it can lead on to a lot more things. This was a photo that I just found really interesting, and it's a very powerful image of a person. You can take a picture of a person, but this is like really, it's kind of, you can see into their soul, and that's definitely what I aim to do. And then look for colour, so kind of you could make a whole series about the colour yellow, or yeah, it's just like more ideas. It's just something I found interesting. Converse, basically, in a circle, just kind of looking for patterns in the world, looking for patterns in nature, looking for patterns in shoes, whatever. It really makes a good image. And then this is dream a little bit too big, and then go and surprise somebody or everybody. So basically, like, dream as big as you can and then surprise everyone by actually doing it. That just really inspires me. And then sometimes some of your greatest work is created with the most minimal of planning and the least amount of effort. So sometimes if you're just like having a really off day, you just take some photos of something, and then it can actually lead into something, well, your greatest work, really. Like, yeah, so yeah, that's the end of this little inspiration, trying to gain inspiration video. This was one of my sketchbooks, and I'm really proud of it, and I'm so glad I made it for myself now, because I really need it now. Obviously at the time I just had too much, I didn't know what to do with it, so yeah, I'm so glad I made this, and yeah, that's my next video. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next time, bye bye.